So before we get into the trailer, I have something to admit. I have become an MMO orphan. I fell off World of Warcraft years ago, and I mean, probably at the very beginning of Mists of Pandaria, and I never really found the game to fill that void. I tried to play New World, but in the early beta days, I knew this game wasn't gonna last, and sure enough, it really did die very quickly. I tried Final Fantasy XIV, and I just couldn't get into it, though the community was solid. I tried Elder Scrolls Online too. Again, I just could not get into it. I probably was too jaded by Skyrim. While hopping to different MMOs that I did not include, I stumbled upon Guild Wars 2, and mostly because the mounts look amazing. There is still no game today that has mounts that look as good as Guild Wars 2 does. But I was so late into the game that I just felt like I was so far behind, and there was just so many things that I didn't know how to do or how to function, and I didn't have a guild or any teammates or members to play with, nothing. So eventually I fell off the game. And now I hear there's an announced trailer for Guild Wars 3. What even does a new gen MMO look like these days? I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to jump back into an MMO and hopefully be adopted. There's not going to be any catching up, no feeling behind, and everybody's going to be new. Finally, just a fresh start. Now, really, the big question for me is, what kind of game is this going to be? Is this going to be literally next gen, or just a new release of a game on old engines and old systems? Better combat, better social systems? What does it look like? I'm so curious. I've heard a lot of excitement over this reveal, and I'm excited without even knowing what it's about. So let's watch the trailer together and then talk about it after. Guild Wars 3, alpha footage captured in engine. Already looking very deep fantasy.
We all have our own reasons for coming to this vast frontier. But for our guild, we who protect this land, one reason stands above all others: our wonder.
There they go, showing off their mouths.
You feel it too. I see it in your eyes. Wonder at the astonishing power that shapes this land of awe. At the great spirits to whom we are bound. At the gods who hold dominion over all. We cannot guarantee your comfort or even your safety. But if you yearn for horizons unexplored,
I see some classes,
for
some races,
fellowship and purpose, for a cause worth dying for, to you, we can promise magic.
Guild Wars 3. That is pretty exciting. Steam, PS5. Guild Wars 2 wasn't on any console, right? That's cool. I hope they bring that onto other consoles too. Beta begins fall 2027. Ooh. Register, my friends. Make sure you register. I'm definitely gonna register as soon as I'm done with this video. Whoa. All right, so this is probably the most important shot right here, right? We have a bear in armor. Then we have this little thing. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the races from the second Guild Wars or the first Guild Wars, so please excuse my ignorance. But already there's 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 4 different races here. They're probably each a different class. We have a preview of how cool the mount's gonna look. And honestly, we don't really need a preview on how the mounts look, because we already know that they blow the mount systems out of water. And then there's this shot, which is just the vastness of the game. We don't know exactly where we're at or anything like that. At least I don't. But unfortunately, there is no gameplay. We just have cinematics. And the fact that it's on Steam and PS5 is pretty amazing. Hopefully they bring it to other consoles. That way we can just have a big player base. Now, like I said, unfortunately, there's no gameplay, so there's really no good read on this. But it is very exciting to know that there is a next-gen MMO that is reputable, especially one that has revolutionary mount systems. And I mean that. I know World of Warcraft took a lot of their systems and adopted it as their own. This is definitely a game that I can see taking me up and allowing me to put lots of my life force in. Honestly, there is no games that have my soul at the moment, and this one looks like a perfect one to snatch it right on up. I will be looking forward to this game and looking more into this game as well. Hopefully we get some gameplay and some more in-depth information about Guild Wars 3. And with that being said, we are on to the next game trailer. Thanks for watching. Sayonara. Bye-bye.